Good evening, everyone. Before we begin, I would like to invite you to do something very simple. Take a slow breath, deeply inhale, and exhale. The reason for this slow breath, you know very well. Because across the world today, our screens are filled with news of distractions, which saddens mind and heart. So deep breath in a way to dissolve is a way to dissolve all noise and only concentrate on the positive aspects of life. We are gathered together from different countries, vibrant cultures, and diverse experiences, choosing something very powerful. We are choosing hope, courage, and leadership. And that is exactly why this time matters a lot. On this special day of 8th March, International Women's Day, first of all, I am congratulating you, all great ladies. Today, we are not just celebrating women, we are celebrating the power of leadership that builds, that heals, and imagines a better future even when the present feel uncertain. A very warm welcome to all of you for your gracious presence at Global Women Leadership Congress 2025. Today's theme of discussion is enabling women in the era of AI. Because as we know, humanity is standing at a fascinating crossroad. One side, you see the world dealing with global challenges. On the other side, we are witnessing one of the most powerful technological revolution in human history, the rise of artificial intelligence. Now the question is, who will shape AI? Who will guide the ethics? Who will influence its decision? And who will ensure that technology serves humanity rather than it replaces it? And the answer must include women. Women who brings empathy into innovation, ethics into technology, and collaboration into leadership. Because when women lead, extraordinary things happen. Today, women are not just influencing future, we are re-engineering it. How? We can see women in cybersecurity as leaders, AI researchers, women are policymakers, and they are building technologies that solves real problems. And that is why this Congress exists, not simply to talk about empowerment, but it activates the empowerment. Today we will hear about from the brilliant mind, courageous leaders and innovators what leadership is really look alike in this intelligent era of machines. And yet, beyond the technology and beyond the innovation, there is something even more powerful present in this room today. That is human connection. Human connection, as you know, it's the only core to progress in this world, and those who choose collaboration they always success. So today let us use this space to think together boldly and honestly and imagine a future where women lead not only in the boardrooms but shapes the balanced world with ethics and peace. And leadership is all about responsibility. It is all about responsibility of the next generation, responsibility about the technology, and how we build and leave the world which we created a good word, a sustainable word for others. So today, let this Congress be a reminder. Even in uncertain time, leadership rises. Even in difficult movements, innovation continues. And even in the world filled with noise, voice of voice of courage, women will always create clarity. Thank you for being here. Let us begin the discussion with our esteemed panelists. So, let us begin the introduction round, and I would request Miss Madhu Sarda, who is a mountaineer and an author, to introduce herself. Yes, Madhu, please introduce yourself to our great ladies.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Sheba. Thank you so much for inviting me on this Women Led Congress. It is an honor. And today, on International Women's Day, I wish you all everything you would dream to achieve, to be great leaders, to be great nurturers in the world, and to keep doing the amazing things you have been doing. You all are very inspiring. So, I'm a mountaineer and I'm a mother of two girls. I live in Bahrain and I'm also an artist and a yoga teacher. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, I would request Linoy Kidd, who is the CIO of HSBC, to introduce herself. Yes, Linoy, please introduce yourself to our great audience.
Hi everyone, my name's Linoy Kidd. I work for HSBC, and I've been working for them for pretty much 20 years now. And I build schools on the side of my day job. So I've built 11 schools, soon to be the 12th in Guatemala. So
Uh, Linoy, your voice is breaking.
I have a very, very bad network here. Sorry. Can you
Okay.
hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So I said I worked for HSBC for 20 years. And my side job is I have a charity that builds schools all over the world. So thank you very much for having me on the panel. Sorry about my network. My network is terrible at the moment. Apologies.
Okay, I understand. Yes, please, Siham, please introduce yourself and let others know you and your passion.
Yeah, thank you, Shiba, and thank you for inviting me to the Women Lead Congress. So I'm Siham Ben Hamidou, so I'm based in Dubai, and I have been working on IT, cybersecurity, and AI now for the last 2 decades. So I'm also a mom of 3 kids, a single mom of 3 kids. So, and yeah, very excited with my work. I'm very passionate. So, and I try always to advocate, in fact, to have more women in the field. Yeah, and I'm leading a team. Unfortunately, one of the, let's say, feedback that I can provide, it's very difficult to get female CVs when you open a job. So, unfortunately. So, and this is still the case. Yeah.
Thank you so much, everyone. And we have, along with our speakers and panelists, we have other great ladies with us and who are the participants of our book, Women Empowering Women. So I would welcome Kausar Sayed, Marta Grutka, and Siji George, and Madhu Sarda. We are also collaborator of Women Empowering Women. This is the book where we have worked a lot, around 2 years. We have worked together to bring this book, and this is like the idea for this book came in my mind on 7th of March, 3 years before. And today I am so glad that we all are together, taking it to the next level, and we are together at Global Women Lead Congress, with Women Lead Congress. So I am really grateful for everyone being here. So let's get started with Madhu's story. Madhu, tell our audience about how the talented women hesitate to step into the leadership role due to structural barriers and lack of confidence. And from your experience, what are the most effective ways organizations and leaders can truly empower women to take leadership positions? We are ready to listen to your story, which you have mentioned in your book. I would show everyone your book. This is Everest Awakening, where every every word has the power. So Madhu, show your power and tell everyone your story.
Thank you, Shiva. You yourself are a very inspiring person, and I've learned a lot from you. Working on the WEW book, it was an honor writing a chapter for it that I totally loved. I could share my feelings and thoughts. And like our friend who is working on the kids, building kids, schools for kids, that is so amazing. I have been doing the same thing in Nepal. I have been helping with many underprivileged children who don't even have blackboards for school. I have been helping them. But right now, I'll tell more about my story. We can come to that later. You guys can contact me because Nepal is still in need to build many schools. And like I said, my name is Madhu Sarda. I come from a very small village in Nepal. So all I dreamt when I was getting married at 22 years of age was being a homemaker, being a wife, being mom and daughter, and that is what I did for many years of my life. All I was just keeping people in touch, keeping my kitchen warm, keeping all the hearts warmer. That is all I dreamt of. But when I was in UAE for 25 years with my husband and kids, but due to my husband's work, we had to move to Bahrain. For 10 years before, when we moved to Bahrain, my children, they were growing up, they got busy with the studies, and my husband, he got busy with his new job. So there was too much time in my hand, and I didn't have too much to do here. I used to take art classes and Arabic teaching classes in Dubai for small kids, but here I was lost because we were not living in a very populated area like Dubai. I tried many things. Things did not click. I delved into art. I do lots of artwork. The one you see behind me, they are also my artwork, my paintings. But still, something was missing in my life. In my heart, things were not the same, and I was getting a little into depression. I did not know how to get myself out, and it was seeming very difficult to me, like coming from away from my friends, from my secured environment to a new place. So then I got a message from one of the Michelin star chef in the world, Chef Vineet Bhatia. He said that he would be going to Mount Everest for trekking to Mount Everest base camp, highest altitude, like they would be going to 5,500 meters and above. They'll be putting up a tent there and create some world records, and lot of things was happening, and they would be doing it for charity. So when charity comes, school comes, I'm automatically, interested in that. So I was 40 years of age at that time. And just when I thought that, wow, I should do something for myself, I was not much into fitness, but I've been doing yoga since I was a kid, very small kid. So I thought that would be enough. And I was very excited about something in my life for after some time. And I asked my family members, like, I would love to go on this trek. Just guess what everybody must have said. Everybody, almost
No,
everybody,
said no.
yeah, everybody said no, almost everybody. And I did not expect this. I thought after 40 years of dedicating my life, 20 years to everything, they would support me. They would be happy for me and they would say, yes, go live your life for 15 days. But everything was against me. Because the way we were raised, we were not supposed to travel alone. And I was talking about traveling alone in the jungles of Nepal, being the only woman. There were 12 team members who were men, and then there were Sherpas, 6 to 7 Sherpas who were men. So everybody was against me. They did not trust me. I said I wouldn't do anything irrational because I am myself concerned for my safety. I love my family, my daughters. I would take care. But nobody believed me because there were social barrier, mental, physical barrier. They said you can't do, you wouldn't do, you shouldn't do. I fought a lot, but after a point, I gave up because I can't fight too much. It's not in me. Then my two daughters, they were 13 and 9 at that time. They fought for me. They were the only two people who understood my feelings. Even my mom was not supporting me. So, cutting the long story short, the long story is in my book. It's in my first book. It's called Everest in My Heart. And I went to Mount Everest Base Camp. I thought I cannot climb. I also doubted myself. So, in leadership, whenever you are doubting yourself, I'm not scared of the mountains, but of the thought that is inside me. So in leadership, sometimes if there are bigger roles coming, you would think I might not be able to do it, but at least give it a try. At least get to the mountain that you want to cross. Take that first step. Take the second step. Trust me, we walked almost 80 kilometers in 10, 12 days, and that also uphill, like going from zero sea level, 0 meters to almost 6,000 meters. It's not easy without much preparation. But take one step at a time, take one bend at a time, keep breathing in between. You will reach your goal. You are capable. If you have done lots of hard work, if you have trained enough, you will reach your goal. That is very, very important. So I went to Mount Everest Base Camp. I did that. And when I came back, things started changing around me. People who were taking me for granted or who were not believing in me, gradually they started believing. There were magazines, newspapers who would want to interview me, TV channels. And then everybody thought there must be something she has done right. And they slowly started supporting me. After that, I have been to many places. Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa, Mount Kosciuszko in Australia. I have climbed mountains across 5 continents. Now, someday I dream to summit Everest. Another thing is teamwork. How important is teamwork? Even in leadership, in corporate life, teamwork is very important. It is nothing that I can do alone. I climbed the mountain. I did this. No, we did it. We supported each other. The Sherpas supported me. My team members, they were taking care. Sometimes somebody was behind. Somebody didn't have enough food, didn't, enough water. So we all supported each other. So while I was helping others to get to the top, I found that I was at the top too. So teamwork is very important in corporate life. And then sometimes it is also wise, it is okay to turn back. You know, when I was climbing a mountain that was 6,500 meters, it's called Mera Peak. But by some reason, I wasn't able to conquer it. And just by 300 meters, I was away. And at that time, I had to turn back because I knew if I will not turn back now, it will be life threatening. It was already life threatening, and a rescue helicopter came to rescue me. It was very, very dramatic. It's like in the movies. The story is in my second book. It's called uh, Manifesting Mountains. But somehow, because even when you can see the top, the summit that you have been working so hard, months and years to summit, but still you have to turn back. It's okay. It's wisdom. It's not failure. It teaches you many things. You can again go back. The mountain will be there. Your strength will be there. But sometimes it's just not the right time. So it's okay to step back, check how you failed, why you failed, and then go back stronger. That is what I did after the failure of Mera Pick. I wouldn't call it a failure. People who wouldn't understand, they said, "Oh, you failed." For me, it was okay. I did the right thing at that time, coming back to my family to nurture me, myself, my strength. So, after that, using that analysis, you have to analyze situations, everything. And then I went to Mount Kilimanjaro. I wrote my third book, Moon Mountain, and I submitted that mountain because I could not submit the previous one. I just worked more hard, and now I'm working harder than ever. I have written this book, my fourth book. This was with Sheba, with Sentienti, and it is the bestseller on Amazon. I'm so proud of it. Sheba did a tremendous job helping me with my fourth book, and today I'm here with you. I'm a motivational speaker and I speak in many places like Bahrain chapter of Chartered Accountants, St. Christopher School, American Women Association. I go everywhere and I just tell people that dream big. If you work hard, if you are disciplined, things will happen, dreams do come true. So on this Women's Day, it is more important for, I think, in today's society, for a woman to be empowered and take leadership role to bring a balance. It's not that men should be less, and no, it's just about balance. Because if we are more capable right now, we can bring our families, our children to be more interested in every field and more disciplined, and then the way we see things with our instincts. I think we have more superpower. So, on this note, I will take my leave. I'll end my answer. And all the best to all you lovely ladies. More power to you. Let's do lots of things together. And thank you.
Thank you, Madhu, for wonderful in an exciting, motivating talk. And I would end with this your quote in Everest Awakening, which is routine, even for a few minutes, shapes who you become over decades. So that is all about you. And Madhu, let's move to Siham. And Siham, your question to you is uh, just a second. As technology advances rapidly, ethical concerns around AI are becoming more critical. So, how can women leaders contribute to build responsible and ethical AI systems that serve society proactively? Yes, Siham.
Yes, thank you. It's very, very, let's say, motivating to hear, Madhu. I really enjoy, in fact, the story about the mountain. I myself do hiking, just so, and I'm dreaming to do, in fact, more challenging hikes. So currently, it's just limited to the region here, but yeah, this is definitely motivating when when we hear you, Madhu. Thank you for that. Coming now, in fact, to the work and the experience that we are currently building. This is definitely, in fact, the ethical part is definitely something that we need to be extremely careful. So considering now that we definitely have, in fact, to have diverse, in fact, teams, companies, and we have even studies that are showing, in fact, I will just refer to the McKinsey one in 2020, showing that companies that are more gender diverse, executive teams are more likely to succeed by 25%, in fact, in terms of profitability. This is really showing, in fact, really the impact of this really a gender gap and let's say diversity. This is quite a key element, and it's also showing that in fact it brings a better result. So now moving to the AI. So one of if we look at let's say the mistakes, issues that happen with AI, so previously we have seen that there is a lot of bias, how the let's say the machines is learning, how in fact the data is provided due to the, in fact, some result. So if I refer only to one of the company that was using an AI, and then so their AI was learning for the last 10 years, but identifying that in the tech it was more male, then the model started, in fact, to eliminate by default women, because in fact the model thought that it was male was part, in fact, of the job. So it's showing that there is definitely, in fact, some work that need to be done. So, and to ensure that all the populations is represented. When I'm talking about all the population, I'm talking also about, in fact, representation of Africa, let's say a part of Africa that is, let's say, less represented. So we definitely have a role to play. That's also the reason why we need to be part of the game, of this activity in a daily basis. We need to be part of it. So that's the reason why we also need to introduce more women in the field, more women working on AI, in fact, to ensure, in fact, that we are eliminating, in fact, this bias and even this ethical part. So this is definitely something that is part of, let's say, leaders to ensure that we are working on this aspect. This is what I really think that will help. Of course, it's not limited only to that, but this is a big part to ensure that we reduce, in fact, the bias and the ethical part. In any case, on our side, in the company, in fact, we have committed to have, let's say, a responsible AI, ethical AI. And for that, in fact, we are working with multiple teams, multiple core of teams. So to ensure that we have the legal that is part of it. So that is also included, just to ensure also that this is not only coming from data analysts, that we have also the perceptions of the business of, let's say, to ensure that what we are delivering in terms of AI, so this is really ethical, this is responsible, and this is really coming back to the teamwork. This is also a key element. So everybody needs, in fact, to bring, and we need to have, let's say, different backgrounds to ensure that what we are producing is really ethical. This is what I wanted also to add to that. You're on mute, Sheeba.
Thank you so much, Siham, for your great insight. And of course, as you said, collaboration is the only key where we can bring in ethical framework together, and being together is the core when women power and women is spirit carrying a great grace in itself. So, understanding the self consciousness and self enablement is the key to proceed and get all the goodness in life. Thank you so much, Siham. And moving ahead to Linoy Kids. And Linoy, the question with you is just a second, let me say that you have led technology teams across multiple continents and now drive digital transformation in the banking sector. As artificial intelligence reshape financial services, how can women leaders ensure that AI innovation is not only technological advancement but also inclusive and social responsibility, especially for communication that is still lack access to education and digital opportunities? And you, as you have just now mentioned also, that you have built schools around the world, which is in itself great accomplishment as a woman. So, do you believe access to STEM opportunities and how it can change the next generation of women leadership? So,
Yeah.
please
So,
can.
thanks, Sheeba, for the question. So basically, I'm a very strong believer in AI. I really feel like it's an enabler. And I think I use it in everyday life, not only within work, but also in personal life as well. Our AI leader, globally is actually a woman in the bank. So she's actually leading AI at Force, for us. I do think that there is this whole social accountability with AI. I think we need to be careful because AI is there, but again, you still need the people that know how to use AI. So I'm going around saying that if you learn AI now, then you are going to be the future of technology. But if you're going to be a alienated follower with AI, then you need to start using it because it's not going anywhere, and it really is going to start embedding the technology is embedding itself in many, many streams of life, as everyone knows. So I will tell you a story. Maybe I'll tell you two stories, but the first one is I set up a graduate program for women in particular to bring them into STEM. So I went out and I hired only women graduates to do a very, very special graduate program. And that graduate program was 6 months in Microsoft, 6 months in HSBC. And the premise behind it was to give them basically the toolkit and the know-how to decide where the loyalty would lie, because a lot of graduates do 7 years in an organization and then basically want to know what's out there, in the bigger world. So went so well, they actually used AI to find children that were missing from their parents by using AI and a database to match the irises to the missing children using the AI cams within China. So when I say you can really use AI for good, you really can, and that's an example of it. And then in terms of education, if you go back 2 generations in my line, my grandmother couldn't read or write. Her mother couldn't read or write. My mum never graduated from school. And I'm lucky that I got an education, and I'm lucky that that education changed my life. So when I say to my team, you really need to go out into the world and think to yourself what you're going to learn today, what you're going to do today, and what you're going to explore today, I really feel like AI is at the pinnacle. It's like when the internet started. Sorry, my son is calling me, but it's. Can you give me 2 minutes? I'm coming. In a minute, baby. Sorry. And so yeah, so I really feel like AI is like the forefront, a little bit like the internet was when I was at university. So I would please go and tell everyone on the call, go and learn some AI and embed it into your life. It will make it better. Thank you so much. I will go and put my kids' pajamas on now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Linoy. It was really motivating talk. And now I would request our audience if they have any question, or let's discuss with speakers and all together. So if you have any question, let me know, and our speakers are there to answer you.
I would have a question. Firstly, it's Happy Women's International Women's Day to everyone. I think it's so incredible, Shiva, to get everyone in one platform like this, and especially strong women. We all look up to each other. It's always great to hear the stories, because that's how we all get encouraged by each other. I loved the story of Linoy. Of course, Linoy, she's been, so just to give a brief about me, I'm from CPI Media Group. I'm a group publishing director, a mother of three. Yes, I have toddlers around. It's tough, but still we look for survival at the fittest, growth, meeting women like you guys and learn from each other. It's always good to see such a strong nation together. Madhu, I loved your story, and of course Siham, your too, and even Linoy, I have also heard her in my platform as well, and it would be great. I would be looking forward to invite you guys in my event, which we were planning on 5th, which couldn't happen due to of the war things, but hopefully very soon. That time we will all connect. Sheeba, I might take your support over there for sure. You've been a great supporter for women, and you're doing an incredible job. I think this is a part of portion which was missing a lot in GCC. Everyone doesn't want to step up and talk. So, these initiatives always help and get you guys at that starlight stage, which is so much renowned and worth it. I would like to ask Siham. Siham, you said you're a single mother of three. It would be very and a very successful woman. It would be very challenging for you for handling. How do you handle all this? Because
Yeah,
a salute to you, a
yeah,
big
it
salute.
is.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, it is. So currently, I have to say that definitely it's not easy, but feasible. So I have three kids and I have one with special needs.
Wow.
So, and I do manage it since alone since many years. So it's been yeah, almost since they are born, because my ex-husband was in fact living in another country, so I was managing alone. So what I can say, so currently it's when I face the most difficult,
Yeah.
let's say, time in my life, this is where I evolve the more at work. So
Okay.
this is
Wow.
surprising because,
Hmm.
in fact, I think, let's say, difficult time, you can transform them. Either, in fact, you give up and then you just complain, or you decide, in fact, to be very strong. And I think, this is very surprising. And when I think about how I did evolve in my career, this is definitely when it was difficult. Each time I face a difficult part, I excel at work because I was showing, let's say, commitment. I was so motivated. I wanted, in fact, really to be, let's say, to be able to do everything. So this is surprising, and it's just transforming the pain, the difficult, with a lot of work, really. And this is how I manage. So I have to say that currently, yes, having three, it's definitely not easy. I feel often guilty of not spending enough time for them, but what I'm trying is really to give them, let's say, a lot of let's say sense in terms of life, and showing them that we need to work hardly. So, and I'm trying also to have a quality time with them. So, but I still feel guilty. It's not easy. It requires a lot of organization. I have also to say that I do not watch TV. There is a lot of things that I do not do because I have no time at all. So it's
Yeah.
but it's still enjoyable. So, and
Yeah.
it's still manageable, really, definitely. And the kids are giving it back to me as well.
Yeah, God bless. I think guilty is a part of motherhood. Whether you are a homemaker, whether you are a working mother, you always feel you are incomplete somewhere. I think that is what makes us much more perfect. So I kudos to all the mothers here who are working hard for their family, for their kids, especially, because that one smile with us means a million roots for kids. They are accomplishing their day with a small few, maybe in a half an hour also, if they have that. I mean, God has made them so pure that a small attachment with them, a small memory with them in a day, it makes them happy. So of course, we think a lot as mothers that we need to spend so many hours and all, but I'm sure you and everyone would be doing their best. That's really great. Good to hear that, and
Thank
good to meet you too. Yeah,
thank you. Good to meet
yeah,
you as well.
yeah.
Thank you so much. And I would say Kausar's chapter in Women Empowering Women is the empowerment ambassador. And one
Wow.
of which I loved to say here, live and let live.
Yeah. So,
So yeah,
it's
now I would give opportunity to everyone whoever is here, say something, even ask something. So we can start with Madhu. Madhu, you want to say something? Yes, please.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Shiva, Kausar, Linoy, Siham, everybody. Like it was nice hearing you girls, and it's always so it motivates me further to do more of what I can do. And on that guilty note, I found I have something to add. I really have something to add. It's so sad that people don't understand, don't support your vision. When many of them sometimes they lack, or I don't know, they don't have enough courage. We need courage to pursue our vision Because, like I said, I started mountaineering when I was at the age of 40. When people retire from mountaineering, I started modeling at the age of 40 when people retire. So when I went on my first mountaineering trip, my elder daughter, she was in year 9. So the only person whom I was concerned leaving behind was how will she manage? And it generally happens in the summer months, May, June, because generally in this area, the other winter months, it's not sensible to go. So I asked her, Sejal, is it okay if I go? Because of me, your final exam should not jeopardize. We don't want that guilt. As if we don't have enough from ourselves, people started, how can you be so selfish? What kind of mother are you? Who lives your kid in final exams? I said, Sejal, what do you want? If you tell me once, I'll not go. I have my life ahead, maybe someday other. What my daughter said, Mama, you have trained us so well. Anyways, we study on our own. You go, you do us proud. I promise I'll do you proud and I'll take care of home and papa. So that kind of support, that kind of courage, do not feel guilty if you have trained your kids well, if you have made their surroundings safe, if you have people who you can trust to take care of them, go ahead, do not feel guilty. And since then, I've been going every year in the summer, and till now, my younger one, she is in year 13 with final exams. Still, I went this year, but God's grace, the elder one is in Berkeley, UC Berkeley, doing data science, and she is graduating. So just believe in yourself and believe in them. The society is there to pull you down. We have to support each other to lift us up. So that is all I have to say. And thank you, Shiva. I really love you.
And one note to all of you, please fill the form because there will be a lucky draw for all of you. So let's see. And there, let's start one by one with everyone. We will listen. Linda looks very small and cute girl. So let's start with Linda. Linda, what can you say? Yes, address
Okay.
our meeting. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. I'm really honored to be here with you all. And happy Women's Day. I wish all the women be motivating and powerful. I'm Nanda Khalid. I'm 15 years old, and I think I'm the youngest here. I'm from Saudi Arabia. I'm a content curator, media person. I host the podcast Generation Media Forum, and I'm the curator and presenter of Lendapedia program on YouTube. I love making content that connects generation and inspire others. And for being here and talking about women's and their what they did in their life, I say women are powerful, creative, and ready to lead a change in every part of society. They solve problems. They are role models. Women inspire communities, shape the future, and prove that every day their voices matter. So for me, I want to encourage every young girl to believe in themselves, follow their dreams, and use their talents to make a really difference in the world. So I believe in something that there is no specific age to start. Whenever you're ready, and you know that you have something to inspire others and to change the world, just go ahead and start. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy your day.
Thank you, Linda. You are just show stealer. And where were you? So, thank you so much for your great thoughts. And you started very early. And yes, there is no age to start. We understand. Thank you once again. And just let's talk with Dr. Shahila, and then we will have a lucky draw and spin the wheel, and then we will talk again. Yeah.
Hello, good evening, all of you. It was really very encouraging, and I felt like all the ladies in the field are really marvelous, and they're doing their work with along with the tag of wife, mother, all together. And happy Women's Day to all of you. Okay, it's really very encouraging, and very motivating for me to hear the talks of all the ladies, especially Sheba and even Siham and even Madhu. Okay, it was really motivating how her journey was there for the Everest also. So thank you all ladies, and thank you for adding me for in the session. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Shahila, for being. Hello.
Yes,
Yes.
Sheba.
Thanks, Shahila, for being here with us. And everyone here, every lady here brings grace and different energy, and we are combining those energy to bring something bigger for all of us. So moving ahead, let's talk to Dr. Sangeeta. She wanted to say something. Dr. Sangeeta, please open your camera and say.
Hi, and I just want to wish everybody happy Women's Day. I'm an integrative medical doctor and a longevity consultant, and I think maybe apart from Linda, I may be the only other woman in this on this in this space right now who does not have children. And I just want to give you some little bit of insights based on my professional experience working with women. I think that one thing that women really overlook, and Linda, what you said was actually really, really cool. I've tried to look you up on LinkedIn, but I can't find you. So I'd love to connect with you. But one of the things, major thing, is actually children make women resilient. And we forget that. We forget that actually every single thing that happens in a woman's life, because she has this female body, is what creates that resilience and also enhances the resilience. And that's something that we also overlook that men don't have. And therefore, they compensate with whatever behaviors they have, sometimes positively, sometimes not so positively. But the point is that everything that is in our bodies as females, and I've looked at the female and the male design very deeply when I studied psychoneuroendocrinoimmunology. I've studied many, many things. And I work with a lot of different modalities, especially cancer and immune system imbalances, and in both genders. And I will tell you this, from an immune system and health perspective and well-being perspective, we know women are far ahead of the curve. And it's because we have the female design, not in spite of it, but because of it. And the guilt I want to share with you is one of the most incredibly motivating factors, because we're constantly growing, we're constantly learning, and we're constantly expanding our horizons. Again, that's part of our design. We build communities. That's inherent in being a woman. So the community, the first community is the family, and the rest follows. So I just want that, I just like to applaud all of us, because we really are, we're designed to be incredible. That's what I want to say. It's natural, it's inherent. It's not something exceptional. It's how we actually use it that makes it what it is. Thank you, Linda. Please share your link in the chat.
Thank you, Dr. Sangeeta, and it's superb and most motivating lecture. And I would say that Dr. Sangeeta is extensively working on humanizing the whole work of us worldwide. And talk about something about your work also,
I'll just
Sangeeta.
quickly share. Thank you, Sheeba. I want to thank, I forgot, I want to thank you for putting this together. I've been on a couple of other of your meetings and they're fabulous. I love the people that you connect up, the people that you invite. It's a very, and you do it in a very loving way. So thank you.
Well,
The work that I do, I've done a lot of work with AI, especially from the point of view of humanizing it and how AI makes us more human rather than actually taking away the humanness from us. It actually makes us more human. And that's why Linoy's comments, I appreciated as well very much. And I align with them, is it's not about the technology, it's about us. We give all our power away to the technology, and forget that it's created by us, forget all of that. It's actually about us, how we use it, how we relate with it, how we adapt with it or don't adapt with it. And I think this is one huge gap in this AI controversy. It's us. We're not putting ourselves into the equation. And once we start doing that and looking at it, we'll see AI from a very different perspective. We'll see technology from a very different perspective. And that's where we will become the creators rather than the appliers and the followers. So that's really a lot of the work that I do related to AI, but also using it in a way that is very, very useful. Because I agree with Linoy. I think AI is a great enabler, and I'm a big fan of AI used correctly. But I'm a bigger fan of human beings. I have a foundation called Unified Human and Unified Prakriti Foundation, where we support projects that unify human beings with nature. And that's why I love, Madhu, what you said about Everest as well, because we do a lot of work with clean water, clean air, waste management, recycling. We're in 4 countries. We're in the UK, in the US, in India, and in Australia. We work with community and cultural regeneration. We work with health, nature-based health solutions, food security, nutrition. And obviously, the core of all of this is education, because without that, nothing works.
thank you. Thank you, Dr. Sangeeta.
Thank you.
Now let's move to Meena.
Hi. Oh, I can't hear you. Sheba, I can't hear
Now
you.
let's move to
Ah,
Meena, and Meena is also one of our co-author in Women Empowering Women, and she will talk about her chapter and herself. Yes, Meena, please go ahead.
hi. Thank you, Sheba, for this. I think it's brilliant. I think all that I've heard from all the women is so inspiring. And like everyone, I loved what Linda said. I think it's just so inspiring that you have a young generation being so strong and so sort of women-led to understand at such an early age, what it is all about being women. I think that's phenomenal, really. I did ask the question on the chat, and that was really about. See, I'm all about women empowerment, as you probably know from the chapter. Part of my work has been to empower the women. I've been a lecturer, and part of even though it's a finance lecture, I'm being a finance lecturer, I've kind of been pastoral care as well. So really empowering women in finance to make sure that really we are encouraging, helping with microfinancing. So making sure that, women are, getting ahead with their business. Because let's face it, microfinancing, we need to get women in business and encourage that. And so now my question really was, uh, I think to anyone on the panel really, is the problem with women empowerment is that women have, it's a bit of self-sabotage, or not even self-sabotage, it's a bit of sabotage of women. And the reason I say sabotage is because women sometimes feel, who are at the top level, feel I've worked really hard to get here. So I think you should work really hard to get here as well. So, I think what we need to do, we need to break that cycle of, and helping women to break those glass ceilings and saying, men do it for other men. So why can't we do it for other women? And so therefore, in order for us to enable AI, to encourage them, to encourage sort of ethical AI. Well, part of ethical AI should be that we women don't sabotage other women to get to the top level, to be able to see AI is genderless. It's only gendered because we put in those sort of biases, So we should be enabling women to get to the top so that we input into ethical AI the whole that women should be recognized, and we should be a force of nature, which we actually naturally are. And gosh, is it? I just forgot the name of the recent speaker, Sangeeta. Is it Sangeeta? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think what she's doing is amazing as well. Saying that women are just looking at women, making sure that we are all putting in to AI, women-led AI. And so we need to help other women. That's my bottom line, is that it's all okay for us to say, oh, women are amazing, women are great, women are the center of everything, women should it's okay for us to have that guilt, because yes, it's that is what motivates us. But actually, and Sheeba, what you're doing is amazing. You are a part of that lead of enabling women, but we should all be doing that. We should all be enabling women. We should all take that responsibility to say, you know what, I'm going to help a woman, or I'm going to help women get to the top, rather than say, oh, I'm at the top and I believe in a women empowerment. That's me. So, thank you.
Thank you, Meena. And I would say Meena's chapter in Women Empowering Women is the sustainable strategist. So she is really sustainable strategist. Now let's move to Marta Grutka, and she is the empowerment alchemist. So let's listen to empowerment alchemist, Marta Grutka.
Thank you, Sheeba. Thank you, everyone. Happy International Women's Day. I wasn't quite expecting to speak this evening, but I'm so honored to be part of such an impressive group of women, and really, really blessed to be here. I'm currently in Singapore. So it's getting a little bit late in the day, and I really was committed to being here because it's been a while since we've been able to see each other in person. And I hope we'll be able to do much more of this in the coming weeks and months ahead, with or without a day to celebrate together. So first of all, I just want to say again, thank you for all of the contributions. My background, I'm one of the early, what I call digerati. And the reason I mention that is when I think back, and I've said this quite a bit in recent years, when the internet started and it was being conceived, part of my role was building global communities around the world. And the whole intention at the time was really to promote and foster global understanding and cross-cultural kind of co-creation. And I think we've heard a lot this evening about the power of both of those two kind of concepts. And I have to say that in recent years, I've been on the leading edge of multiple industries and helping to facilitate digital transformation and communications in some form or fashion. And it's dawned on me multiple times that when we were building and creating a lot of what we're using today to bring us together, some of the applications were not at all what we had intended. And as we talked about before with AI, AI itself is neutral, and it's what are we doing with it. So I just wanted to reinforce the need for this conversation and the fact that we do have to have the diversity of perspectives and the ethical lens and the intellect to bring to the table, and also I think the cultural lens. That's a piece that's very, very interesting to me. How are different societies, different cultures, different communities looking at the question of AI specifically in terms of their interpretation and expression of humanity? So I think that that's kind of the big question that after this evening is really going to be on my mind. And you've inspired me to bone up even more on some AI education. And the women's kind of leadership conversation. I think it's very clear that men or women, I love the concept of balanced leadership, but we definitely need a more humane leadership right now. And what would it take for groups like us to come together and really start co-creating a brand new model of leadership in the world? So those are just some questions that I'm walking away with after tonight. And I'm in a bit of a transition period. I've just completed a contract that was in Bali for the last year. And so I'm available on LinkedIn and also on some of our shared WhatsApp groups. And I look forward to communicating with all of you and connecting on LinkedIn.
Thank you so much, Marta Grutka. And I would say that at Women Led Congress, the core vision is to redefine, reimagine, and redesign the future with the help of women and men together. So that is the culture we now have to create all together. And this is the platform where we can start and enable each other. Women, empowering women is the core, and you can is one of the message which I want to give here, that you can, which is written behind this cover page, book cover. You can means not, first of all we have to enable ourselves, saying Sheba, you can do this. That is the first level of enablement. And when we are enabled, then we have to start enabling others. You can. Kausar, you can. Sangeeta, you can. Janani, Manisha, you can. Yes, Sangeeta, please.
I just want to ask one, I mean, I want to leave us with one question, which is always kind of come to me, is between men and women, we always treat everything like competition. And I see the same thing we're doing with technology. It's like a competition between human and technology. And my thing is, what is the difference between being competitive and actually enhancing? Because as soon as somebody has said something, somebody takes it and then runs with it. And people say, oh, you're copying what I said. You know what I mean? So everything we do, even as enhancement and support, collective support, becomes competitive on some level.
I would say, Sangeeta, that we are made in this world to complement each other, men and women. But because of a aggressive nature of man, sometimes we started taking this kind of mindset, and that's where we are here to bring, to change the mindset in the society and bring men and women together. Even no one should be overpowered another. We have to be equally balanced and then move together. That is the message we want to give, even through Women Empowering Women and Women Led Congress. Janani, I would request, if you want to say something, Janani or Manisha, your stage is here welcoming you. Otherwise, we will move towards the next round. Yes, Janani, you want to say
Thank you.
something?
Yeah, thank you, Sheba, and all the ladies here. Wishing you a very happy Women's Day. And thanks for sharing this stage for us. And it was really thoughtful and inspiring stories of many leaders here, like Linda and others as well. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Welcome, everyone. And now I would say, Manisha, you want to say something, or we will move to the lucky draw. And whoever was there since first hour till the last, their name will be available. So, Mohammed, I would request you to bring in the screen, share your screen, and show the wheel, and open your sound also, if possible. So make sure your name is here: Siham, Dr. Sangeeta, Dr. Shahila, Janani, Kausar, Sayed, and everybody's name. Let me read the name and Meena, Martina. Yes, everyone is here. Thank you so much, Mohammed. And let's get started. This is one of the most exciting session we have been waiting for, everyone. Uh, let's the wheel spin. Mohammed, spin the wheel, please. Thank you so much, Janani, for being here. And you are winning one of the AI introduction round as a master class from Women Lead Congress. And thank you so much, Mohammed, for running this. Janani, you want to say something, or we will move to ahead for the next spin of the wheel?
Thank you, Shiva.
Thank you so much, Janani. So we will inform you for everything. Let's move ahead and spin the wheel again. Yes, this is Meena. Congratulations, Meena. You will also be the part of the AI foundational course from Women Lead Congress, and it is a 30 minutes free course, and we will inform you about that again.
Thank you.
Let's There were two prizes, but when I saw Linda, I thought I will create one prize now, so she will also be the part of our master class, free master class for 30 minutes. Linda, you will be also the part of our talk. So thank you so much being here. Linda, you want to say something? You are excited.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Sheba. Thank you for being kind. Thank you for your words, and thank you for the gift. Looking forward to see you soon, inshallah.
Thank you so much, everyone. And that's how here we are closing Global Women Lead Congress today for 2026 online version. But stay tuned. We will also have a version here in Dubai, and it will be physical version, and everyone has to be there, whoever is here today. So I would say,
Can I,
yes,
Shiva, can I
please,
just
please.
say something after you finished?
Yeah.
You finish and then I'll say. I don't want to interrupt you. That's all.
Yeah, please carry on. Please, first you
I want
say.
to say that we all thank Linda, but we didn't actually recognize her mother because she is where she is because her mother made her and encouraged her from the very young age to do this. And so, actually, hats off to her mum.
Yeah, if your mom wants to be here, we want to see her. That how she is upbringing, giving you a good upbringing, Linda. Your mom can come or no?
Actually, she's in her meeting.
Okay,
She have
thank you.
another meeting. I'm so sorry. She can.
Problem. Thank you so much, Linda, to your mother also. And we are so encouraged by your talk, and everyone here. I'm so thankful and grateful for all your presence here. And that's how we are ending here the today's inspiring discussion. I would like to sincerely thanks our remarkable speakers and participants for sharing their insights and vision. On this meaningful day of International Women's Day, we have been reminding each other that the future of AI era must be shaped with wisdom, ethics, and inclusive leadership. Let's today's idea turn into action, collaboration, and continued progress with women support. Thank you so much for being part of Global Women Leadership Congress 2026. All winners will receive an invitation soon from us for AI Foundational Masterclass, which is 30 minutes, and all attendees will receive certificate of attendance. Have a wonderful day, and once again, happy Women's Day to everyone. Thank you so much.